Howdy folks, Stray Cat 74 here, coming to you from the Basement of Solitude. And yeah, this is the third video I'm uploading today. You're probably thinking to yourself, what is he, bored or something? Yes. That should answer that question. We're going to do something a little bit different than what I usually do, which is always a little bit different. We're going to do a bourbon comparison. Now, I have two bourbons over here. One of these, recommended by my father, is Elijah Craig small batch bourbon. I was told that this was a $50 bourbon until they released a new type, and then they had to adjust it to current market prices. So this is now about half of what it used to be. It used to be, like I said, about $50 bottle of bourbon. I picked this up for just short of $28 plus tax. Walmart carries this now at about $30. So it's a very good bourbon. It's 94 proof. You can see that on here. I'm trying to get it so that the camera doesn't fluctuate like that anymore, and I'm sorry about that. 94 proof, pretty good bourbon. You're not quite supposed to be able to light that on fire. That's 100 proof or more, but you know, it is what it is, right? The other is one I haven't actually tried yet. This has been advertised for a while now, and I'm a very big fan of their alcoholic root beer, their mountain ale, and I mean, the Not Your Father's mountain ale I really like. It has way too much sugar in it. I'm a diabetic, so I can't drink it very often, but now they have Not Your Father's bourbon. Now, this is not a sponsored video, so these are stuff I had to buy myself, and this is the first time I've bought this. This was about a $35 bottle of bourbon, and the only thing I've done is I took the plastic off and I broke the little things here. I did smell it, and it smells wonderful. This is 86 proof. So it's slightly milder in alcohol than the other one. So what we're going to do is we have 2 cups, and I'm not sure which is better. Moving this back a little bit. Let's move that back a little bit. Maybe that'll help. We have 2 cups, and we're going to bourbon in the each. Okay, that's scrapes and stuff on the inside. I thought that might have been soap. That would have sucked. So what we're going to do is we're going to Elijah Craig in one, and Not Your Father's in the other. And I'm going to aim this down a little bit further. And we're going to put about a glug each. Now, I don't have a way to measure this. And the reason I don't have a way to measure this is because this is my shaker. There was a top that went on this shaker. That top didn't make it back to my house when the idiot that I had storing my stuff stole half of it. He stole over $12,000 worth of my tools and equipment, including whatever container this top was in. The rest of it I've got, but I can't shake with this. So I've got most of it, but I don't have the lid anymore, which was the 2.5 ounce measuring thing. So I need a new one of these, or I need a cap for this one. As you can see, it's got the little built-in strainer to keep the ice in. So, and of course it falls on the floor. Anyhow, let's get to the bourbon, shall we? We're going to do about a glug each. Try to do about an even glug. And we're going to nose it, and then take a sip, swirl it around, and we'll proceed from there. There we go. Now we got both names in. So I already know about this one. I've had this before. I don't know how to describe alcohol. I'm not, and this is the funny part. I like to think of myself as a writer, and I have hundreds, or if not dozens, of stories that I'm not currently writing on right now. So, and I apologize for the huge belly shot. I have a huge belly. It's in the shot, but I wanted to get the labels on here. It's either that or I had to get something to put these on, and I didn't have anything about that size. So, in any case, let's drink. I put just a drop or two. I call it maybe a dram on my tongue to swirl it around. Mm. Oh yeah, I've had this a few times before, and I really like this as a mixed drink. And I do have a mixer just off the screen over here, and we'll be doing that later because, well, I don't want to ruin good bourbon until after I've had a chance to taste it. Now I'm going to take a quick drink of water to clean the palate. This is just tap water in a reused container. I know wine snobs usually have a saltine cracker or something to help cleanse their palate. Somebody got into my crackers. They put it in chili. Or was it soup? I forget. In any case, let's do the other one now. Ooh, this one is nowhere near as pronounced. This has a much stronger nose to it. Oh yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of alcohol in that one. This one is a lot more mellow. So let's take a dram. Interesting. This one has a lot more bite to it, but it has a complex flavor to it. I wish I knew how to describe it properly, which is why I don't write poetry, by the way. This one is a lot smoother, a lot more mellow. It doesn't have that harsh 94 proof bite to it. Um, and it has interesting vanilla flavor to it. So let's top these off just a little bit. Try and get them back up to about an ounce each. And I'm gonna leave that right there. Oh yeah, this one is way mellower. Yeah, that's about even there. Bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. I can definitely tell that there's vanilla in this one. Ah, added a touch of vanilla. So that's what I get for not reading the label, right? It's not too sweet, but I can definitely taste the vanilla in there, and it's very pleasant. Now, we're going to do, and forgive me for those of you who are really into bourbons, I've got a generic diet soda, or at least it used to be generic. Now it's considered name brand. So I'm going to pour those to about the same amount here. So there's about an ounce of bourbon and a little more than about an ounce of soda each. Now this is the way I normally drink my Elijah Craig. About 1.5 to 1 to 2 to 1 soda and bourbon. Definitely takes a lot of the bite out of it. And like I said, this is the way I drink it. Then again, I'm usually putting 4 ounces into a 12-ounce can. Oh yeah, that's everything I expected it to be because, well, like I said, I've bought a lot of this. Matter of fact, give me just 1 second. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Just to show you, there are a couple of bottles of these laying around, and I've already thrown away at least this many in the last 4 months. So this is my 5th bottle in 5 months. That's 100 times more than I usually drink over the course of a given year. The first one of these I got lasted me a year. So let me just set those aside, sit back down, and yes, I'm wearing the amazing blue shorts. And now let's try the Not Your Father's. And like I said, I've done their root beer. It's a little on the sweet side for me, for the root beer. The Mountain Ale, on the other hand, pick your brand, Mountain Lightning, Mountain Dew. It's right in that vein, but it has alcohol. Oh, excuse me. It's a real cooking show now. Well, not cooking, it's drinking show. So let's do the Not Your Father's, Solancha, Nostrovia, Cheers Mate, or whatever your preferred salute is, including Salud. Ooh, yes. Okay. I like that. It was really mellow before. Now it really flows in there. Take a vanilla. I'm going to use the generic term Coke because I lived in Atlanta for 10 years and everything just Coke. So, what kind of Coke you want? So, take a vanilla Coke or soda and make it alcoholic. That's what this tastes like. This still has a little bit of that, I want to say peatiness, but that would be Scotch. This has a more of a smoky flavor, a more of a wood flavor. I don't words explain. I not have. This, on the other hand, is really smooth. It's with that vanilla. It's a very flavorful. Oh goodness gracious! I can drink a lot of this. It is a couple of bucks more expensive than this, but I don't have to drive. Well, actually, no. Let's see. The Trading Post is 6 miles away to the south, and that has Elijah Craig at 27 and change, 28 bucks plus tax. Rounded up to 28 bucks plus tax. Walmart carries this here in town, and that's 8 miles in the opposite direction. Oh, wait a minute. No, it wasn't Walmart. Walmart had that twice, but I haven't seen it. I didn't see it last time, which is why I went to the liquor store and I found this, and this was 35. 28, 35, or 30, 35. It's really good. If you want something that's not as, it doesn't have as much bite, and it has a smooth vanilla finish. Now, my personal favorite Scotch in the world is Knock and Dough. Knock and Dough, D-O. That's how it's spelled, literally. I've got a empty bottle of it. Let me take a, and I'll grab the empty bottle if I can find it again. Knock-and-Doe Scotch from the Knock-and-Doe Distillery. It's a Speyside Scotch, and I just want to show you that, yes, this is, in fact, empty. This was a $35 bottle of Scotch, and it cost $90 to have it imported per bottle, because they stopped importing this 18 years ago, just before my ex-wife let me know that we were going to be getting divorced, which that was 2001. This is the 17th anniversary of my wife declaring that she no longer loved me, which is why I'm drinking. Six months later, I couldn't work because I couldn't afford daycare. I couldn't afford daycare because I couldn't work. So I went to the state of Georgia for help. And they decided the best way they could help me was to take my children away from me. Yeah, even 2-to-1, that still has a little bit of bite into it. And that still just tastes like a vanilla soda. Trying to say soda instead of Coke. But like I said, I lived in Atlanta for 10 years. It all just Coke to me. So, Bourbon Comparison. If you like something with a little bit of bite, a little bit of, I want to say oak notes to it, Elijah Craig, very good stuff. If you want something that doesn't quite have as much bite and a smooth vanilla finish, and this stuff is very drinkable. I'm definitely going to be buying more of this when I have the money to be able to do that. If you want to help support my bourbon habit, please feel free to send me money via PayPal at straycat_74@yahoo.com. Yeah, send this Yahoo some money via Yahoo and PayPal. But actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and mix me another one here. Once the foam goes down, I don't know if you can see through that, but that's about 2 ounces. That was a little more than I intended, but, or at least a little faster than I intended. So, Not Your Father's Bourbon, Elijah Craig, I like them both. They both have very good properties to it. Cut 2-to-1. I drink the hell out of this. And as you can see, this bottle is only about a week old, and I'm already about a quarter of the way through it. This one, we only just opened, and it was here. And that one's not long for the world, folks. So, Stray Cat 74, coming from the basement of solitude. Cheers, mate. And as always, like, subscribe, comment, click the little bell icon. Supposedly that's supposed to help me somehow, but what would really help? Send me some money so I can buy some more booze. Thank you, and have a good evening.